As we've traveled through the forests and the mountains, tragically, one of the things that has greeted us wherever we've gone are destroyed forests, forests that have been burned down, and in so many cases just in the last few years. The rate at which the forest fires are ravaging our forests, our mountains here in California is horrendously tragic. From the coastal redwoods now to the high Sierras, just in the last year, the thousands and thousands and thousands of acres that have been burned down. Some, yes, of course, is human ignorance, but so much of it is climate change. And even where there is human ignorance or human error, it's climate change that makes our land so susceptible to erupt into flames with the slightest human error. Here in Sierra National Forest, people were telling us that the creeks are drier than they've ever seen them. We're here the very end of May. This is the time the creeks should be full of water. It's the end of winter. The snow is melting. The heat hasn't yet started, and yet the creeks are dry. This is what is happening with our earth, and we're seeing it so drastically in California. As climate change happens, as the earth gets hotter and hotter, as the water dries, not only are the fish in the streams or the flora and fauna that line the riverbeds impacted, not only are the humans who depend upon that water impacted, but the entire land is impacted and becomes ready to just burst into flames. Each of us needs to be part of that solution to climate change. We've spoken so much about the different ways that each of us can be part of the solution rather than part of the problem. Whether it's what we eat, choosing to go vegetarian, to prevent the meat industry, the animal agriculture industry, from putting so many carbon emissions into the air. Whether it's choosing what we buy, what we wear, how we travel, how we vote, ensuring that we have governments, that we have businesses, corporations, those whether we're voting them with political votes or whether we're voting with our dollars, our rupees, our euros, but ensuring that everyone is coming forward with policies, with procedures, with ways of not spewing carbon emissions into our air, of not paving over dirt and grass and water, of not cutting down our trees, of not enabling this sacred planet to become a wasteland. And there's even an impact from so far away. Here we are in Northern California, and yet the forests of the Amazon, the health of the forests of the Amazon have a direct relationship to the snowpack here in the Sierras. So protecting the Amazon is protecting the forests of California. Let us all take those blinders off of our eyes. Let us all stop engaging in conscious blindness. Let us stop claiming, wanting to believe that climate change isn't happening, or it isn't happening fast, or it isn't happening where we are, or that there isn't anything we can do. Because those conscious blinders enables us to just continue to go on about our lives, eating, shopping, dressing, traveling, working, the same way that we always have been. That which simply appeals to our desires. and doesn't force us to be responsible, aware, dharmic citizens of Mother Earth. But that time is over. We must stop being consciously ignorant. Stop deciding, agreeing to not see. We must see. We must take the blinders off. We must now be consciously aware rather than in conscious denial. Climate change is here. It is today. It is now. And it requires every one of us to eat differently, to shop differently, to work differently, to travel differently, and to use all of what we have to protect this beautiful planet so that it doesn't all turn into these ravaged landscapes. Let us bring back the lush, green, beautiful, healthy land of life-giving Mother Earth. We can do it together.